Hi, everybody. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. I am the RV Wingman, former campground owner, lifelong lover of the great outdoors, and most of the people that do it most of the time. Before we get into the subject of today's video, we're 2 days away, Thursday, 2 days away from the launch of my second YouTube channel. And it's going to be nothing except RV walkthrough videos. Every kind of RV, new, used, the dealers that are going to be providing these RVs, instead of having just one dealer with one spokesperson for one big dealership that only does videos on the brands they sell, these are going to be videos by a lot of different dealers, many different brands. So if you've got a request, if you've got some comments, we would love for you to drop them down below, or actually wait until Thursday when the channel launches. So between the two channels, we're going to have a video on every single day, 7 days a week. So I'm back from my Chicago trip. The other night, I'm in the backyard. It's like 10:30 at night, putting the dogs out so I go potty before I go to bed. And and it was motorcycles. And these motorcycles, you can hear them all the way at the highway. There's like almost every night, even in cold weather like this. And I'm like, oh my God. And I've seen them. Have you seen motorcycles? People doing crazy stuff, driving like drag races in the middle of traffic. And I'm thinking, those people, I was young and dumb too. And now I'm just old and dumb. But at one point in my life, would I have been so careless, so foolish? Could I not see how dangerous something like that is? Maybe it doesn't matter. I remember years ago, I had an advertising agreement with a big motorcycle dealership. And these kids, young guys, 20 years old, would go in, 25 years old, and they'd buy them a rocket, what do they call crotch rocket? He said almost every single one of them, they force them to have credit life insurance because they end up and they go and meet their maker. But I don't know. Do you see things like that? Did you change? Like I said, I'm old and dumb. I used to be young and dumb. Now I'm just old and dumb. I want to tell you that I had an interview recently with a dead person. A dead person spoke with me. They did. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I'll tell you about it here in just a second. First off, I'm going to read to you an email from my buddy, my friend. If I can find it here. Where is it? Come on, Wingman. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Right in front of me. It says, Mr. Warren, I caught your recent video where you mocked me. I don't appreciate you singling me out because I have a different view of people than you do. In watching your videos, it seems you take pleasure in seeing people make mistakes and getting hurt, especially young people. As you know, I believe that it is our responsibility to make things easier for people, and we can do that with technology. Young people have it hard enough without being told to toughen up by the likes of people like you. I'm finished with your campfire lectures and bad attitude. Wendell. I don't know if you remember what Wendell wrote to me a couple of weeks ago, I guess. And he was saying how Wendell, you're probably gone anyway. You'll be back though. Most people that say, I'm unsubscribing, you come back and you look and you kind of follow me anyway. So if you hate me, that's okay. I got thick skin. And the purpose of this campfire conversation is not to bug you. It's to try to just bring up some topics that makes us think. I don't know. I believe thinking is a good thing. Doesn't hurt either. We have to be open-minded sometimes. And Wendell is of the opinion, I think, that the less pain and the easier life can be on people, the better. And I don't agree with that. I don't take pleasure. I mean, yeah, I hope they hurt. Hope it hurts for them. Things are going to hurt anyway, in my view. If you're going to live long enough, you're going to fail. You're going to be betrayed. You're going to have all kinds of bad things happen to you. It just makes you tougher. Do you like it? Not at the moment. But if you think that I am in bad company, Wendell, I found this little speech, and I want you to listen to this. This is a speech that was given to a very upscale graduation commencement ceremony of at an elite boys' school from the 6th through the 9th grade. All right, you got that? It's a minute and 25 seconds long. But Wendell, if you think that I'm ugly, do you think that this gentleman is ugly in what he says to these boys that are from 6th to the 9th grade? Take a listen to this.
Now, the commencement speakers will typically also wish you good luck and extend good wishes to you. I will not do that, and I'll tell you why. From time to time in the years to come, I hope you will be treated unfairly, so that you will come to know the value of justice. I hope that you will suffer betrayal, because that will teach you the importance of loyalty. Sorry to say, but I hope you will be lonely from time to time, so that you don't take friends for granted. I wish you bad luck again from time to time, so that you will be conscious of the role of chance in life and understand that your success is not completely deserved and that the failure of others is not completely deserved either. And when you lose, as you will from time to time, I hope every now and then your opponent will gloat over your failure. It is a way for you to understand the importance of sportsmanship. I hope you'll be ignored, so you know the importance of listening to others. And I hope you will have just enough pain to learn compassion. Whether I wish these things or not, they're going to happen. And whether you benefit from them or not will depend upon your ability to see the message in your misfortunes.
What do you think? That is the Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. That's like 7 years ago at a graduation speech, a commencement ceremony for 6th and 9th grade boys at an elite school. Having tough times will make you tougher. It will challenge you. It is not pleasant. Wendell, I don't want life to be easy. I don't like the pain, but sometimes it's like, you know what? Bring it on. Bring on the pain. I'm going to get through this. I just came back from Chicago. Now let me tell you about my interview with a dead woman. Went to the Holocaust Museum in Skokie, Illinois. Sunday afternoon. Nobody was there. 6 people were there that we saw. Total of 6. My wife, me, 4 other people, plus the people that work there. It's a story of the Holocaust. It's a beautiful, beautiful, moving museum. And one of the exhibits there, Steven Spielberg was a part of this in creating it, but they had a Holocaust survivor. I think her name was Fritzie. And I don't know what her actual name was, but they called her Fritzie. And Fritzie was, what do they call it? What do they call that? Hologram. Come on, Alan. A hologram. And she appeared on the stage. And I asked her questions. I did. What was it like in the concentration camp? Who did you know there that was at Auschwitz? How were you treated there? And literally, this hologram is sitting there on the stage in a chair right there. Ask the question, and she just starts talking, and she's looking right at you. And I asked the moderator after it was over, how did this happen? How did they do this? This woman's obviously dead now. So years ago, Steven Spielberg was part of this, and they got that woman for, I think they said for 5 days, 8 hours a day. And they videotaped every single thing she said for 8 hours a day, 5 days. And they asked her all kinds of questions. Where'd you grow up? What was it like? How did you lose your parents? Blah, 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 blah. Every 35,000 different responses this woman gave. And somehow, through the magic of technology, she was able to listen to questions that we would pose. Bam. And she could answer those questions. Her voice. Her personal experience. It was an amazing experience. But as I was walking through, and I don't want to make anybody mad here. I don't. That's just my observation, mine. The Jewish people, I don't understand the hatred for them. I do not. I love Jewish people. For the most, there's some crappy ones too, believe me. There's some crooked ones too, believe me. But they are some of the hardest working, most family-oriented, principled, strong, dedicated, loyal human beings I've ever met. They're fantastic human beings, by and large. The Skokie, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, is highly Jewish. And we would go to the delis there and have bagels and visit with the owners and stuff. And they're unbelievable people. And the owner of one of these delis that we went to, this woman, she was probably 70, my age. And she said, you know what's wrong with the Jewish people? Because I was asking her, so why do people hate the Jews so bad? And she said, the Jews have a horrible PR campaign. They just sat back and took it. And they still have a terrible PR campaign. My question is, when you look at the Holocaust and you look at what happened, and it's real, oh, it's real, you have to ask yourself, how the hell did this happen? It didn't happen in one day. It happened gradually, just gradually, and it turned into the Holocaust. And I'm going, didn't they see it coming? What would I have done if I was in that position? And then I said, oh my God, is this kind of thing, metaphorically speaking, is this kind of thing happening to us now? Are we being conditioned? Are our children being conditioned? Are we being turned against each other? Is the government seeing and making decisions on our behalf, telling us what we have to do to comply or else? They're not leading us to a gas chamber, but aren't they leading us into a place that most of us don't want to go? When is it time to stand up? Or do we stand up? It was so meaningful. If you have a different takeaway, if you've been to that Holocaust museum, there may be more in the country, I don't know. But we actually went twice. I read every byline. I looked at every single artifact. I was fascinated by it and wondering, how did that happen? And can it happen again? And is something like that happening to us? I'm not saying that, he's the Hitler. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying the what if. I was told that every school kid, I think it's across public school, every school kid in the Chicago area has to, at some point through elementary school, maybe go through the Holocaust Museum so they get a grasp of what these people went through. And it's sad, beyond sad, but it's real. Looping back to Wendell, Wendell, I know you don't like me, and I don't like me sometimes too. But I don't mind feeling adversity. I don't mind tough times. I welcome them sometimes. I welcome sparring with people. I'm not trying to be domineering here. I want to listen to your opinions and your thoughts. Where are we going as a country? Going back to those guys at the beginning of the video when I talked about, meow, meow. Do they not see what they're doing? Do they not care? Why should I care? I'm at home with my pups. But I think that gradually over time, we have given away so many of the values and the principles that help make our country to be what it is, or what it at least once was. Where are we going in the future? Talking about this new channel that I'm doing. I talked to many experts on YouTube, and they say, well, here's the problem with your channel, Wingman. The algorithm, and we all heard of that thing called the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't know who you are. You're not an RV guy. I mean, you are, but you talk about spaceships and families and children and education, and it's called life. They said the algorithm can't figure out who you are. That's why your channel won't grow. I don't want to have the biggest channel. I really don't. I want to have an honest channel with good people that watch. They said, you've got to have a channel. If you want a channel that'll grow, you got to focus on one thing. So don't just all of a sudden you're talking spaceships, you're talking the Holocaust Museum, and now you're talking about RV reviews. Don't do that. So we've got this other channel that we're going to be launching here on Thursday. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be good. And it's going to be the only channel I know of where you can go and you can watch reviews from a lot of different dealers, all different brands, new and used RVs. And these are not going to be done by a good-looking professional like me. No, they're not going to be done by a professional spokesperson, one person for a company. There's nothing wrong with that. But these are going to be done by the people that are on the ground, the boots on the ground, so to speak, the soldiers, the men and women that work at these great dealerships that I endorse, that I approve of. So again, that's going to be on Thursday of this week. Sorry for rambling so much, but I wanted to tell you that little bit about the Holocaust Museum and get your thoughts on it. You ever get a chance to go there, you too can interview a dead person, just like I did. I hope I'm not joining Fritzy anytime soon. But thank you for joining me. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye, everybody.